Hello, welcome back to Loveday TV. My name is Loveday. Today I am going to ask you one very simple question. Of what use are you in your present relationship? Funny, isn't it? Now, of what use are you in your present relationship? Are you the one who brings in the bacon? Are you the one who sits to eat the bacon? Are you the one who worries about the bacon? Are you the one who disturbs he who or she who brings the bacon? Are you the one who frightens he or she who brings in the bacon? Or are you the one who prepares the ground for all the work being done to be welcomed? It's very easy for us to, look at relationship in terms of my use, his use, her use, our use. If you're in a relationship where someone constantly tells you or asks you, of what use are you in this relationship, is a red flag, a big red flag. It means that he or she is looking at a relationship in terms of quantity, or not quality per se, quantity of what you've brought in. Is looking at the relationship in terms of trying to verify your use, trying to verify your commitment to the relationship in terms of monetary value, physical value, or anything. It can be emotional value too, because if you bring in the emotional value into the relationship, if you are the one who stabilizes the relationship in terms of emotions, if you are the one who carries the burden of making sure that tempers don't flare, you know how to shut down arguments and walk away without getting scratched, if you are the one who brings in that stability in terms of financial, social, if you are the one who brings in the stability in terms of the physical cash, and also being able to anchor and shoulder every bit of stupidities in your relationship, then you can't quantify that, in monetary value. So if you have someone whose aim is to hammer it on your head of what value are you in our relationship, then it means that in a scale of 1 to 10, you are not even in 2. You're not even in step 2. You're not even in scale 2. It shows a red flag. And if you do not find a way to talk about it, you will have problems. Of what use, of what value are you in your relationship? It might also be a wake-up call. It might be there's something you're doing you're not meant to do. It might be there are so many things you're overlooking. So it also is a wake-up call, for you to understand what value you're bringing in. Because honestly, it's a two-way thing. It's something that you bring, I bring, everybody bring it together, and then we can benefit from it. So if you sit down and wait for others to bring in and you benefit, then you need to ask yourself that question of what use are you in that relationship. It's a self-evaluating word. It's a self-evaluating phrase. It's a self-evaluating parlance for you to really understand what is your use in that relationship. But if you look at it, that is a red flag. Every time a little argument comes up, you hear that word. Listen, you now need to evaluate yourself. What are you bringing to the table? You can state what you're bringing to the table and see what the recipients will now bring up. If it's a wake-up call, please add value to your relationship. Don't rely on the one side of the person who you are in relationship with. In business also, if you don't bring anything to the table, there will be problem, because there'll be deficit of skills, attention, money, and everything. Value you're bringing to your relationship. Look at it this way. If you don't add value to your relationship and it's one-sided, there will definitely be crack. You can have a house where in one side the foundation is not good, in the other side the foundation is solid. The side that the foundation is not good will cave in because it has some weaknesses. If you have a house that doesn't have the load balancing is not well governed. The load balancing is one-sided. The side that has more of the load, we cave in. So if you have more of the load in your relationship and it's not balanced, it's not reciprocated, it's not acknowledged, it's not, there is nothing to show that, okay, there is equality in there. There's nothing to show that everybody's trying. It's just one-sided. There is bound to be that agitation. There is bound to be that human feeling. There is bound to be that human there's bound to be that human anger coming out in any little thing. That is going to be until it is addressed. So if you get that wake-up call, it's good for you to wake up. Also know that no matter what you do in life, if you don't balance it, if you don't assess yourself by the criticisms you get, if you don't assess yourself by some of the feedback you get, then you are not ready to grow. You need to be in a position where you are willing to grow. If you get that signal all the time, it is a wake-up call for you to find a way to grow. You can't grow in your relationship until you accept certain criticisms. But don't make your life a dump for criticisms. Don't make your life just accept everything you see as criticisms. No, you need to harmonize the things you get in. All negative criticisms should be packed one side. Don't let that affect you. Pick up some pieces from the criticisms and work with it. If someone still hammers on something all the time, look at your life. Do you think if you do what they ask you to do, all the shortcomings they're seeing, if you can be able to fill in that gap, do you think those shoutings, those talks about it, those hammering on it can end? Do you think it can end? Now, the problem is that most times we believe that a lot of people nag. Relationship, man, for crying out loud, you're from a different background, she's from a different background, or he's from a different background. Definitely both of you are not going to be on the same page. If you find two people who are on the same page, the truth is either they worked hard to be on the same page, or they are pretending to be on the same page for peace to reign, compromise, or there is something outside beating the drum for them. So they need to find a way, fix their gaze in one place, agree that they are, meeting up that gaze at one place, and then at the end of the day, nothing works properly because there is an external force guiding them, beating the drums for them. So you need to ask yourself, what exactly do I want to bring into this? Do I want to bring in a situation whereby I only rely on external forces to make my brain to work? Or am I going to bring in my whole heart, my whole self, my whole everything? So for two people coming from two different backgrounds, there is bound to be that friction. There is bound to be that vacuum that your background, difference in your background brings. Until you learn to harmonize that vacuum, to either utilize that vacuum for good or dump the vacuum, to agree on certain things that you have to do as one, not as two individuals. When two of you come in together to fuse, you fuse in and gradually become one. The problem is most people don't remember the gradual process of fusing. If you fuse in a very fast way, there is combustion, there is outburst, there's going to be chemical reactions, physical reactions, emotional reactions, and it's going to explode. But if you gradually fuse, which takes a little time, understanding each other, trying to find compromises between your lifestyle, his lifestyle, her lifestyle, and making it gradually turning the I into us, and into we, and into our. Taking out the singleness, gradually breaking yourself off the singleness, bringing you back into the more than one. Bringing you up into a situation where you understand you're no more single, where you understand there's somebody else whose emotions you need to meet, where you understand there's somebody else whose expectations you must meet, there is somebody else who you have to gradually grow into being with. You know, you shed out your singleness. You shed out that pathway that leads you to doing things only for yourself, doing things only by yourself. Now understand that you're number one, you're two. So it's really important for you to understand your role in your relationship. It's really important for you to understand that when you get to a certain point in your life, you get into a relationship, you need to gradually phase up that single life. If you don't phase it off, it's going to be there until you put it to death. You take it out of your life. You take it out of your priorities. Your priority now is to build as one, not to build as a single in a mode. All right. I believe that in a multitude of words, there is something definitely you must have learned. So I'll leave it to you to, you can rewatch this video more than once to really understand. But in the description, I will leave some little nuggets for you there so that you'll be able to really understand from the aspect I'm coming. So the question again is, of what use are you in your relationship? Are you the one who breaks every mold? Are you the one who molds? Are you the one who holds together? Are you the one who emotionally decapitate the other? With any little thing you apply your emotional arsenal? Are you the one who holds the whole relationship with emotions? Are you the one who blackmail the other person with emotions? Are you the one who really, builds? It all depends on you. It all depends on what you want out of your relationship. If you want the best, you need to kill the self. You need to find a way to work towards being a union and not being a single. If you are married, if you're in a relationship, listen, it's time for you to do away with the singleness. That doesn't mean you shouldn't enjoy yourself as a person. No. It means that when you get to that point, you are doing things with the cognizance of the person or another person. If I do this now, is it gonna affect us? Is it gonna have an effect on us? It's no more, I don't care, I want to stay out. I don't care, I want to go here. You'll be looking at, if I go here at this particular time, how is it going to reflect on us? Well, till next time when I come your way, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. And also remember the bell. Just press on the bell so that next time, if you subscribe, press on the bell so that next time I bring out any video, you'll be the first to know. You'll be the first to be notified. Just hit the notification bell. And this is once again Loveday from Loveday TV saying thank you for watching and have a lovely day. Remember that it is not how many or how much you've brought in a relationship. It is the quality of what you've brought in. It is the quality of what both of you have put in. Is it the quality of your endurance? It is the quality of yourself that you're bringing into your relationship. You are a diamond. It takes work to get you to shape. So it takes work to make your relationship work. But definitely your relationship will work if you do the work. Have a wonderful day and goodbye.